Hi, everybody. Welcome to a special edition of Won't You Pray With Me? Today, Friday, December 17th, marks the beginning of our final push toward Christmas. It's a time for us to really step back and think about the coming of Jesus, the coming of the one who is to save us. Within the church, there's a tradition of praying the O Antiphons. Each of these antiphons begins with the word O and a title associated with Jesus, associated with the Messiah. They're very rooted in the Old Testament. We find these terms for him there. And within the antiphon, too, there's a plea. Come, come. Isn't that what we want him to do? To come to us. Within the church, there's a tradition of praying these O antiphons as a way to get our hearts and our minds ready, prepared to receive the Lord. Prepared to receive the Lord. I invite us all to pray these antiphons this season, these next days, beginning on the 17th and concluding on the 23rd. The antiphons themselves really do reflect what we look for in our Messiah. We look for wisdom. We look for that leader. We look for the root of Jesse's stem, referring to King David, the key of David, radiant dawn, the King of all nations, and Emmanuel, God with us. Won't you pray along this year as we prepare to receive the Lord again in a new way? Traditionally, the antiphons are prayed at evening prayer in the Liturgy of the Hours, and they're prayed right before the Canticle of Mary, right before the Magnificat. But I have found these prayers to be good moments to stop and pause on the coming of Christ. As I send this piece out, I'm going to include a downloadable PDF of the O Antiphons that can be found also on the U.S. Bishop's website, but I'll attach it here, and two musical settings for the O Antiphons. One comes from the monks at St. John's Abbey in Minnesota, the other from a group of men who were seminarians together back in the late 70s. They call themselves the Damians. And each of these pieces will mention these O antiphons and lead us to another realization of the coming of Christ. As you pray them, I invite you also to consider, what is the gift you need? What is the wisdom you need? What is that leader that we need to find? What's the root in Jesse's stem that you desire? How do you desire Emmanuel to be with us? God bless you these final Advent days. May you always know God's presence, God's real love for you, God's real presence in you, in our community, and in the Eucharist. God bless you. Be well.